What's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. It's Heath and Tracy coming to you live from the DMV. Hey.
I forgot my lipstick, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I'm not supposed to be grooming, but y'all got to see my lips.
Welcome to Design Your Life with Heath and Tracy.
Hey, y'all.
So glad that you are here on this beautiful Saturday with us. If you are thinking about moving to the DMV, Tracy and I are here. We would like to help. We are helpful people.
You think so?
We do helpful things.
We love doing this show, y'all. Thank you for joining us. You could be anywhere this morning.
That's right. That's right. But
and you are here with us.
Me and the Queen, we are here every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. EST to demystify your move to the DMV. And since Queen Tracy and I are such transparent people, you can also ask us anything. We know a little bit about a lot of stuff. So, you can ask us.
A little bit about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Like we know a little bit about marriage and relationships.
Okay, we do.
We know a little bit
talk about that too.
We know a little bit about parenting. We've been parents for 31 years. We've been married for 31 years.
If you think about moving to the DMV, we want to help.
We live in the DMV.
That's what we're going to talk about today. We talk
met
about other stuff too.
We met in the DMV. We went
did.
to college in the DMV.
We did.
We had our first
child here
in the DMV.
Yep.
And we lived here for about 8-9 years, and now we're back. We've been here a little over a year now.
Oh, look, baby, we matched this morning.
We know some things.
I didn't even realize. Oh, we got the little.
It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. So,
What are we talking about today?
Well, obviously we're talking about Metropolitan Washington, D.C. That's why I'm rocking my little Nats hat today.
Oh.
But, my hometown is Atlanta, and Atlanta is in the Major League Baseball.
Mine is not. I am from the bottom. I am from South Florida.
No, but the
305.
But the point, you ain't from the 305.
Excuse me?
You from the 305?
When I was growing up, my area code was 305.
Okay,
I don't know what it is now.
Okay,
5 something, 516,
571.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I'm from the 305.
Okay, Miss 305.
Don't get it twisted. Oh my gosh.
They got songs about you.
Yeah. That's me. You right. We're going to talk about Lorton, Virginia today.
Lorton. Okay.
Lorton, Virginia is part of the DMV, y'all.
Who knew?
Okay. You know how we like to move around. We did Rockville, Maryland last week.
Yeah.
So now we're doing Lorton, Virginia.
Oh, we keep y'all smooth all over the DMV,
yeah,
right?
All over.
We do deep dives into the district proper, neighborhoods within the district, specific lines. We talk about Northern Virginia. We talk about Maryland. We talk about all kind of stuff. So we got you. We got you.
What else are we talking about? We're talking about how less than 25% of the downtown workers have moved back to the city. Well, no. Let me repeat that.
Okay, repeat it.
Less than 25% of downtown workers have returned to work, to the office.
Okay, yeah, that means people still working virtually.
People still working virtually.
I got that.
DMV,
I got that.
Y'all.
I'm one of those people.
Okay, so where's the traffic coming from?
The traffic is out there.
The traffic's there. I don't know where they're going. If they're not going to D.C.
They're going somewhere.
I don't know where they're going. The traffic is back.
They're going from D.C. to Maryland to Virginia, and then to D.C. and all around. They're doing stuff, moving and shaking.
We're also talking about, we have this thing about tickets here, y'all. This is the ticket capital. We had a roommate in college that had a car, and the car's name was
Ticket, because she got so many.
Because, Virginia and Maryland have rebuffed D.C. on traffic camera ticket payments.
Oh, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into that. Trust and believe.
I like that one.
We got stories.
I like that one. And D.C. is one of the world's best cities.
In case you were not aware, we are going to talk about it today, that Washington, D.C. is one of the top cities in the world.
We knew that.
I've been knowing.
Who didn't know that?
We're going to tell them today.
I got my sleep on last night. What time I go to bed, baby?
You went to bed early last night.
I did.
Yeah. I think it was like 9-ish.
I need to do that more. I be trying to hang out with this dude right here.
Look.
I can't hang. Let me tell you what the kids said to me last night. I was going to bed.
What is it, baby?
Y'all, I can't hang. They like, Daddy is that party animal. I was like, I can't hang. They said, tell Daddy we said
oh my gosh,
to get some sleep and drink some water.
Wow.
Our kids are really, really health conscious. I don't know what that is.
All right.
He's got his water. That's not enough water. That's not enough water. This is water. That is not water. This is water.
I got some coffee.
This is water.
So look at my cup. Look what my cup says.
Oh. People be fighting over these at the stores. I forget what they're called. They got a certain name, but it's like a whole cult following
I
for
think
these.
this is Jasmine's, isn't it?
Yeah, I forget the name.
Wait,
of these.
I got hot coffee in there, baby. Be careful.
I know. It's Ray Dunn. Ray Dunn. So don't break it.
Ray Dunn got the bag.
Those are Ray Dunn got y'all out here. Ray Dunn got y'all fighting people in the TJ Maxx and the Home Goods for them things.
We're not talking about Ray Dunn Charm.
No, we're not, baby. Please stop. Don't do that. So if you want a one-on-one private session with us to talk about the DMV, moving to the DMV, questions about job hunting here, we are here for you. Hit the link in the description below.
Yep.
Also, check out our Facebook page, guys. I know we kind of on Facebook lately, but I do keep a lot of updated articles there. I throw a lot of articles over there. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell because we go live every now and then. Where we go last weekend? It was fun.
We were going live all over the place. What was it, last weekend, week before last? We've been
we
doing
went
live.
to the brewery out in Maryland, the Guinness Factory.
We went to the Guinness Factory, yeah.
That was
Open
so
gate.
cool. So if you haven't seen that video, just look. You'll see under live. All of our videos are under live because we go live. We want you to see the real us. We ain't up here editing stuff out.
Y'all check us out.
This is who we are, y'all. And thank you for being here. Heath and Tracy know the DMV for updates throughout the week, so keep that in mind.
The KNOW.
And then, KNOW. Design Your Life today is going to be about how to calm your inner storm.
Yes,
I need that sometimes.
It's World Mental Health Day tomorrow,
Yep.
and I think that's a great timing is to convey that to folks.
Yeah.
How to keep calm. If you got stuff going on, you want to pull it in.
Chill out.
Calm the inner storm. It's
Chill
all
out.
good. So we're going to get into that today, too.
And if this is your first time here.
My name is Heath.
And I'm Tracy.
Tracy and I are parents, podcasters, and joyfully married after 31 years.
We're getting ready to crank up the podcast again, y'all.
Hey.
Joyfully married after.
Hey, look,
we got some stuff for you.
If you want some positivity and upbeat vibe in your Saturday morning, check us out right here every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. EST as we talk about life in the DMV.
If you need help relocating to the area, take a second and subscribe. We do this every Saturday. And if you're new here,
definitely let us know. Type new you down in the comment section.
We would love to meet you.
Yeah, we chop it up. We answer all of our comments and questions. So do that.
Yeah, we don't have an assistant yet. It's coming though.
Oh, yeah, we about to do some things. But, welcome to Design Your Life with Heath and Tracy.
Here we go.
Yes. Okay, y'all. We got a story for y'all this morning.
All right, hold on. Let me share.
Have y'all heard the term is checkers is not chess? My man Reggie Ho. Shout out to my man Reggie Ho.
Reggie, what's up? 30 plus years of friendship, guys.
One of my actual friends in life. Reggie
I love
Ho.
this.
Reggie Ho posted something this week. It says sometimes it's just checkers and not chess.
And we got a story for y'all.
So when Tracy and I were talking about the story this morning, I was like, this is a Reggie Ho story right here. So this now look, I don't usually speak ill of people.
We gonna speak ill of people today, though.
Okay, let me clean this up first. I don't usually speak ill of people.
No, he never does.
And
I do all that.
And when we're talking about this story, we're not talking about people. We're talking about behavior and what happened.
Yeah.
All right. So just let's be clear. All right. So
sometimes it's checkers, not chess.
So the longtime mayor of Seat Pleasant, Maryland, has been forced out because he missed 3 meetings. Okay, so look, if you are the mayor and you are presiding over the city council,
how often they even meet?
Of your various municipalities,
Maybe once a month.
It can't be more than once a month.
He been mayor, y'all, since 2004. He just got reelected in September of 2020.
Okay, 2004. So he's not new to this role.
No, it's not new to him.
He knows what he's doing. He knows his municipality. He knows his community.
Yes.
He knows the city. He knows the people. It's like it's on autopilot, right? And I'm sure these kind of things also are not like full-time job.
No, this is a part-time job,
right? So it's like a part-time job.
So,
but there's a lot of responsibility when
Yeah.
you're in charge of a municipality and those kinds of things. And so there are some basics that go around presiding as mayor over a certain area. So one of the requirements is you show up for the meeting.
show up for the meeting, y'all.
Show
up for the meeting.
Go to the meeting. If you're the mayor and you running the meeting, how you not gonna show up to the meeting?
I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
So he didn't go to the meeting. And then I guess the next meeting he didn't go to that meeting.
Nope.
I guess to the next meeting he didn't go to that meeting.
Unexcused. So 3 unexcused absences, according to their city charter, means they can remove him. So that's what happened. He said he plans to. He said he's proud of his accomplishments.
Yeah.
And over the past 17 years, I think he was just tired. What y'all think? He's like,
just
dang. So you think in September he was like, dang, I got elected again.
He should have just told him.
He should have just told him, I'm not going to do this.
Either don't run again.
Right.
Or if you realize like mid-term that you just like you
But wait
burnt.
a minute. He said although he didn't necessarily agree with the council's decision to remove him, he said he does not plan to seek re-election. Okay, no, Sherlock.
Dude,
I didn't say it.
Dude, you gotta go to the meeting if you're the mayor.
Okay, the council made this decision. It is what it is. I hope they do what's right for the city. So this is like what we said before, y'all.
It's
sometimes it's just
checkers. If you go to the meeting,
it's not chess.
you are the mayor.
It's not chess. I don't know.
It's one move.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one move.
Exactly. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, MR. Is that Melissa?
This is Melissa.
Yeah. Good morning, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Good morning, Bama Realist. Shout out to Lorton.
Okay,
Yay.
Bama. Okay, Bama Realist.
Good morning, Care 007. We love you.
Care in the building.
What's up, Shermaine?
West Coast.
Good morning, Shermaine. Shermaine says, can we
Shermaine?
talk about Hyattsville, Maryland?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Hyattsville, Maryland, y'all.
I think the last time Hyattsville came up, I said something that you didn't want me to talk about.
What?
You and I used to live in Hyattsville, Maryland.
Yeah. What I want to talk
Cypress
about?
Creek and Timber Ridge.
Cypress Creek. Cypress Creek in the building.
Yeah, Tracy and I used to live in Hyattsville. It was
Yep.
right up the
We
road from
like
DC,
Hyattsville.
right?
It's a little bit more expensive than it was then.
Mm-hmm. But very convenient, great location.
It was pretty safe.
Not
It's
super-
pretty safe now.
Not super expensive.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we like Hyattsville.
No, to me, Hyattsville is a good spot. It's
Mhm.
not too far out. We commuted into Howard every day when we lived there, so that gives you an idea of how far it is.
Uh-huh.
I think it is gentrifying, of course, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's a good spot. I like that part of town because you do have some older homes there. The homes
Yep.
aren't too big.
Yep.
I like the diversity of Hyattsville. They have a lot of services in Hyattsville. It gets crowded as
Yeah.
far as traffic over there
Because it's affordable.
because it's affordable.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind.
Mhm.
But it is a nice, safe spot that's close to town.
Mhm.
It's not too far. It's
Mhm.
not too far from DC.
Right.
So I think that makes it really good. It is a city though.
Yep.
It seems like it's a suburb, but it's not.
It's very city vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very city vibes. So we lived over there at the height of crime in town,
Mhm.
and it was safe. So I'm sure it's safe now.
Yep.
One of the girls, I went to the doctor. So one of the girls I was talking to, her parents live in Hyattsville. So there's a lot of Latina and Latino people over there, Latinx people.
Yeah.
And so it's got a cool, family-ish kind of vibe to it. Not a lot of young people, more generational people over there,
Yep.
families. It's a cool spot. I like Hyattsville.
And if you go into our content, Charmaine, you can probably find the episode that we did on where we focus on Hyattsville.
Yeah, I'm working on a VA to go in and organize everything for us so you guys can just go in and search. I might do some of that today.
Yeah,
So
but it's in there.
It's in there. It's definitely in there in the search.
What's up, Reality
Good
Doll?
morning, Reality Doll. Welcome to the show. You made it live this morning.
Shout out to Reality Doll.
Woo!
Reality Doll is a frequent guest is a frequent audience member of this show as well
And
as
Tech Tuesday.
as well as Tech Tuesday.
You want to do your plug for Tech Tuesday, baby?
Tech Tuesday. I'm there every Tuesday, 8 p.m.
It's been really good.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed that show.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
thinking about joining Heath on the show, y'all.
I think people derive a lot of value from that.
But it's
and
his show because he's definitely more, But I'm sitting there anyway. I'm like, shoot, I might as well.
You're the super producer, baby.
You know.
You have latitude
We'll
with me.
see. We'll see.
You can be on any of my shows
All
you
right,
want
where
to,
your
baby.
flowers at, baby?
Is it flower time?
Just flower time.
Who wants some flowers?
Who wants some flowers?
Type of one in the
I
chat.
requested.
Type of one in the chat if you want some flowers.
Yeah, I requested flowers today. I requested fall palette
Okay.
flowers.
Okay.
What did we get?
We got fall.
Okay. Yes. Hey, Wim. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, these are so pretty. You got to move them over here to the camera, baby.
You put them where you want, baby. Show 'em.
Okay.
You put them where you.
Hey,
Because you always complain about where I'm putting
I'm not complaining.
Well, I'm saying you.
All right. We
You
got
like,
we
you-
got it.
you
we
blocking
we
me,
vibing.
you-
We vibing. Let's keep vibing. Yeah,
So
we have to be aware of our vibe.
Queen Tracy requested like fall vibes this morning, y'all. So she's like,
there we go.
she's like, baby, I want some magnolia. I want some pyracantha. I want some give me the red things. Oh, and then we got those little daisy looking things in the front
These
yard.
just popped out this week, y'all. The daisies, they just popped out in the front yard this morning.
So we got
Well,
all the fall vibes
Where's
for
the
y'all.
pyra? There's the pyra.
The pyracantha right there with the red berries on there.
Oh, I love it.
And the green one's like that's from that other green bush in the front. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm gonna have to get the names for y'all. I'm
Google
slacking,
it, baby.
Yeah, I'm slacking on my game name.
There's the magnolia. I love the magnolia. They look so fake.
Yeah, magnolia is so dope because they have that beautiful green,
and it stays
glossy,
like this, y'all. It'll stay
glossy
like this.
leaf on the top, and then under the bottom it has
looks
like that
leather.
beautiful
Look at that.
leather kind of soft, comfortable chair couch
It looks
vibes.
like leather. It's so cool. This is probably one of my favorite trees.
Yeah.
And we have like 7 big ones in the yard.
We literally have 7 magnolias in this yard.
There we go. Awesome. Thank you so much, baby.
Yes, giving y'all your flowers.
All right. Oh, Lord, you're messing up my little thing here. Okay. Ooh, loving the berries. Yes, I should join Tech Tuesdays. I'm coming to Tech Tuesdays. I'm in Tech too.
Yeah, baby, you been in tech longer than me.
We'll talk about what I think about tech right now. It's wearing me out. They bring in the coins, y'all. I'm just like, dang, do I need to work harder for somebody else? I'm thinking about it.
It's a quandary.
My job is pretty easy right now.
Right.
And they pay me really well.
Right.
But the recruiters and stuff are bringing
They'll
the
be pinging.
coins.
They'll be pinging you.
I'm like, ugh.
Hey, Tracy, what about this role?
No, I like
Tracy, we're looking for some people that have your skill set.
Okay. Good job, Heath. Thank you, Bama Realist. Thank you.
Bama Realist, I appreciate you.
Yes, I love the berries. Thank you. That was my request,
yes,
Bam. That was my request.
That whole ensemble that y'all just got, that was all Queen Tracy's request. All right, that was a customized fall Queen Tracy basket.
Yes, it was.
Yes, there you go. So that's what I did.
Love the fall vibes, my favorite
Fall
time
vibes,
of year.
yes.
Good job, Heath.
Thank you,
Good
thank
job,
you.
baby. Mwah. Thank
you.
you.
I'm winning.
We vibing this morning, y'all. You can tell when we vibing, right? Do you still recommend living in Virginia and just commuting to DC?
Okay, so I'll answer this one, Reality Doll. I am slightly partial to Northern Virginia. Now, when Tracy and I were getting ready to move back here, this go round when we were living in North Carolina and looking to move back here, we were thinking, oh, we're gonna go live in the city. Oh, this is gonna be great. Our kids are all adult now.
Yeah,
we're gonna be in the city in the middle of the vibes. We're gonna be moving over here, going to the restaurants, moving around, walking around, holding hands, doing our normal thing. And it just turned out that this was the opportunity for what we needed at the time. So we're here in Northern Virginia, and we also lived in Northern Virginia just before we left the last time. So, but we have lived all over the city. We've lived in the city. We've lived in Hyattsville, Maryland. We've lived in Northern Virginia, and so yeah, I mean it's all predicated on what's most important for you, right?
We love living in Virginia.
Yeah.
Just so you know the vibe of why we say Virginia. We like Virginia. We like Northern Virginia because of the proximity to DC, and a lot of Northern Virginia used to be like tons of 100 years ago used to be part of DC. So it feels a lot like the district without actually living in the district. We get to vote. Our votes count. We get to elect our officials that actually now in DC, their local government is the bomb.
Right.
Their local government is on point. But of course, when it comes to elected officials to Congress, they don't have any representation, and it definitely shows. Their taxes are higher than they are in Virginia. So that is something, like just fees and things like that are a little bit higher in DC. And what we figured out since living in Virginia is we like the vibe a little bit better. We lived in the suburbs for 30 years, so it was a little bit of a transition. It's so funny because I know, baby, I know that reflection's bothering you.
Sorry,
but when we were doing our little happy hours with our friends before we moved here, and we said, "Oh, we're gonna move in the city, and we're gonna do the city," they were like, and they've lived here all their lives. Our friends that live here now, and they were like, "Oh, no, you want to do that?"
Ain't y'all lived in the suburb for 30
They're
years?
like, "I don't know what you want to do," and they were so right. And let me tell you why. It depends on what you're used to. If you are used to the sirens and the people on the street, the unhoused people, if you're used to people asking for money consistently, like my daughter said, when she's always lived in the city, and when she always kept money in her front pocket or somewhere accessible, because so many people walk up to her and ask her for money. And it was just like, okay, so it's just part of the city vibe. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I know it seems like it, but it's just not that bad anymore. I think because the pandemic has gotten a lot of people off of the street, as we're going to talk about here in a minute. And DC is doing a lot of things to help the unhoused. They're really, really trying to end homelessness in DC this year. So they are aggressive right now. And I didn't really want to talk about it because I want to keep the vibe high.
Yeah, we always keep the vibes high here. Nothing.
Yeah, but they are really, really trying to help the unhoused in DC. We just didn't want to deal with that. We didn't want to deal. And the other thing was parking. So everywhere that we looked, when we were looking at homes in DC, they were smaller. There were smaller homes for the same price. And the parking situation, it was like, even if we had private parking, it was like tight getting in there, and it was just little things like that.
So what Trace essentially is describing is that there's just a difference in living in a city than living on the edge of the city.
Right.
So that's really all it is, right? So DC is completely dope. It's still dope. And the idea is that
we love DC.
Is that you just have to make sure that you understand the difference in living in a city and living in a suburb. Yeah,
it's such a vibe, and you get the same advantages living in the city or out of the city. Reality Doll, I had no idea Magnolias grew there.
Yep,
Great
sure
to know.
do.
I love them. They are absolutely beautiful.
They sure do.
Russell, good morning, Russell.
My man Russ.
I have been really busy and missed about 3 of your last videos. No worries, they are on YouTube.
Yep.
You can always catch them later. We love you all. We love it when you catch the replay. Go ahead and put your comments in there during the replays. Like I said, we always try to get to our comments.
Heathen Tracy TV.
Thanks for joining this morning.
Appreciate you, Russ. Appreciate your service, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much. Care says, I love the vibe, to be honest. Also love it when you aren't vibing. No matter what, you're
Cares
great.
that's some good entertainment right there. When y'all not vibing.
No,
She's
why
like,
y'all like the non-vibe?
She's like, you giving me the entertainment value.
Oh no, our kids just think it's hilarious when we're not vibing.
Housewives of Heath and Tracy.
It's too much, y'all. It's just too much.
Oh
it's too much. So, what's the next story? Oh, okay, let's talk about this. I'm gonna share my screen.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Oh no. Let's go back to let's talk about Lorton. Where is that?
Okay, back to Lorton.
Yeah.
Lorton, Virginia is a suburb of Washington, D.C. It is south of the city. Is that right?
It's directly south. It's on 95. Now, remember what we told y'all about 95. That's gonna be some real traffic. Let me see if I can get a better.
Yeah, if you're dealing with Lorton, you're
Here's
gonna have to.
map.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to deal with 95.
Yeah.
Or you have to kind of understand what some of those secondary roads are and kind of ways to kind of go around and going east and west and alternative routes.
But it's definitely suburban. It definitely still has a lot of culture, recreational activities. There's water down there.
Yep.
If you like water, it's near Mount Vernon. Like if you go right, it's not near Mount Vernon, but it's on the way to Mount Vernon. Only 10 miles east is Mount Vernon. So their public schools, which is Fairfax County, believe it or not, that far away, it's still Fairfax County, Virginia.
I didn't even realize Fairfax was that big.
Fairfax County is huge, and the schools are really good. The highly rated schools include South County High School.
Yep.
Now, this is the part of Lorton I can't shake because we were here in the 80s, and Lorton was the prison.
Yeah, that's what the prison was.
That's where the most notorious people that did crimes in D.C. went to prison.
Yeah. So if you said Lorton, it was like, oh, that's the prison.
that's the prison. So now I have to like shake it out of my head that that's not the prison anymore, because it's really nice down there. There's an area called the Workhouse Arts Center. I think I had a picture of it. No, I think the picture is gone.
What are you gonna say about it though, baby?
So the thing about the Workhouse Arts Center, they call it the Workhouse. It was the prison.
Okay.
It featured old jail cells, and they converted it into artist studios.
Oh, that's dope.
So a lot of people go there on the weekends. There's performances there and everything. People go there on the weekends. They see artists. I really love that feature, and I think that's why I like to go to Old Town Alexandria, because it's one of those things.
Right.
That is just really nice about living in the area and being able to see artists at work. I really want to do that, to be honest with you.
Such a great example of repurposing property too, right?
Yeah. I mean, so there's Occoquan Regional Park. You can go there. There's a golf club down there if you like to play golf. Transportation wise, so you're like, okay, if I live in Lorton, how am I going to get back and forth to the city? There is the train.
You take the MARC train.
You take the MARC. No, it's not the MARC train. It's the VRE.
The VRE. Yeah,
MARC train is Maryland. VRE is Virginia.
Virginia Railway Express. VRE.
You have some coworkers that do this, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, my coworkers actually live past Lorton, right? And so they jump on the VRE, come right in.
It's a high end train, y'all.
Yeah. Like I have a coworker that lives in Fredericksburg, Virginia,
big
which
giant
is
leather seats,
past Lorton and that whole area, and he said it takes him like an hour.
It takes them an hour. It's better than sitting in traffic on 95. I'm telling you, if you live down there, you're gonna be down there, because on the weekends 95 is done.
Yeah.
It's a done deal. If we go south, during the weekends, we usually leave the house by like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
If you leave after that, it's gonna be a traffic jam,
95
because people are
is
going
tricky.
to the beach. You can go to the beach that way.
95 is always tricky.
So it's just really tricky, and they're trying to expand it.
Yeah, they're adding more lanes.
And they're adding more lanes as we speak. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, it's still kind of tricky
Yep.
getting up and down. So if you're down there, get on the VRE to get back and forth to DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else about? Let's look at what. Yeah, that's definitely a pro tip. Let's see. So I'm showing you. Okay, so we're in this. So it does have an A- overall. The public schools are really good. It's Fairfax County schools. Diversity, I think A+, most definitely. A lot of different people live down there.
Absolutely.
Nightlife, I don't know anything about the nightlife. I would say a C- on that, y'all.
No, they got B-. It says B-.
I don't know about that. I
If
disagree.
but to your point, if you live down there and you know the highway is tricky going in and out of the city, then it makes sense that if you are a developer or a business person and you want to maybe create bars and restaurants or clubs,
that's so good,
then it makes sense. Okay, let me do one bloom right here.
Right.
And so now people can just move around in the community versus trying to get in and out of DC all the time.
Right. Good for families, most definitely. The other thing is about 20,000 people down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Bama Realist, you must live down there. You know then, right? She's like, it's a C-. Okay. Median home value. This is what's good about Lorton, Virginia. $461,000, and the median rent. If y'all notice, the median rent is the same across the DMV. You need to bring your $2,000.
Yeah.
You bring your $2,000, you can live anywhere. You can live anywhere.
That's
urban, suburban mix. Most definitely more people own their homes than rent their homes down there. Let's see what else. Here's another map, y'all, just to give you an idea. I'm not going to click the full screen.
Okay, that's cool, baby.
Lorton rankings. Most diverse places to live in Virginia.
Look at that.
Number 5.
Look
I
at
think
that.
that is really cool.
Right.
Most diverse suburbs of Virginia is number 5. And best public schools in Virginia. It's up there.
I like it.
Crime and safety. We had this conversation about the crime and safety. I'm going to have to go to my other thing for that.
Yep.
Residents. Okay. We got some education going on in Lorton. And it looks like a lot of people, they got a lot of kids there too.
A+ on diversity.
So let's go over to this one. Overall, so this is the cost of living one that I like to show you guys. Overall, it's going to be higher than the U.S.
Yep.
And it looks like it's higher than Virginia. So when you think about Lorton, it's considered Northern Virginia.
Right.
So when you think about Northern Virginia, think about it's different than Virginia. They want us. They want to secede from Northern Virginia. To be honest with you,
I want to double click on that point, right? Because if you did if you expanded out on this data, if you drill down into just Northern Virginia, that number would be a lot better. I think if you compare Lorton to other areas of Northern Virginia, it's going to be less expensive.
I agree with that.
Right, because what this chart is doing is it's comparing it to Virginia overall, And so that makes sense that it's much higher. But when you factor in all those towns in Southern Virginia, it really skews the data.
Right.
So the point I wanted to make was that if you compare it to Tyson's and Ashburn and all these different areas, Arlington, Alexandria in Northern Virginia, Lorton is going to be much more affordable.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so crime is just like everywhere else, y'all. It's on the downward trend, which we really like to see.
Yep.
And it's going to be lower than what is in the U.S., right? So that's the thing you want to keep in mind. The other thing I want you to see is commute times, because when you live in the suburbs, you have to figure out how they say.
I want you to go back to that for a second.
Okay, go back to what?
That point that we were just making about crime.
Okay.
One of the things I think that's important that I want to bring to our audience is that anytime you are looking at somewhere to live, typically the more it costs, or the more educated the area is, or when you take all of these factors into consideration that Trace and I are outlining, it's going to be commensurate to the crime rate. And so you always want to make sure that you're looking for places where the income is elevated, where the housing is solid. And so the point is that when you have a place like that, when people have jobs, when people have income, then the crime is going to be lower. Right, so just always keep that in mind when you're buying or moving to an area.
All right. So most people that live down there are driving. You need your car if you live in Lorton. A lot of carpool. That's a high. 12% is high for carpooling.
Yep.
You really got to do that when you live in these areas, because it's just easier. It's just a better way to live.
They have those places where you just kind of like go and you can jump in the car with somebody.
They still have those places in D.C. I don't know if people do it that much because of the panorama.
Still do that. I wonder if Bama Realist knows about that. If they still have like those kind of commuter areas where people just park. They go and park.
They do have that.
And like, who's going to D.C. this morning?
Who's going? Where are you going? You going to K Street? Okay, I'm hopping in the car with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to do that a lot. There used to be a stand on the mall. The mall meaning the grass and everything in D.C. People would stand there and wait in line for the next ride to Virginia.
Yep.
And you see like 50 people in line. So
it's like modern day thumbing a ride.
Yeah, it was. But it was organized and it was all like professional people.
No doubt.
Exactly. Park and rides. That's what they call them. So let's see. Here we have commute times. So commute times aren't too bad. It looks like a lot of people probably work in Northern Virginia and they're using that MARC train and they know when to leave their house.
The VRE.
I'm sorry. Y'all can see what we're used to riding, what we've ridden before. Let's look at, where was it? People stats. And let's
break it down.
So you've got 60% of people in Lorton are married.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. It's not really a place for singles.
No family situations.
A lot of kids, married with kids. 28%. Look at this diversity. I love this diversity.
Break it down for the people maybe can't see the screen very well, baby.
28.8 people are of the lighter persuasion.
Okay.
31.4 people.
Brown folk.
Black people. I'm just going to say black people.
70% Asian.
17% Asian. And 17% are Latina.
Yeah.
Or Latino.
Like
so this is really, that's probably one of the most diverse places that we've seen, isn't it?
I love it.
I love that.
I love the ratios. I love the mix. People just doing their thing. Nobody tripping.
Yeah,
Everybody
and here's age. So most of the people are between the ages of 25 and 45. That's really cool right there.
Yep.
So Lorton is definitely a place you want to go. You guys want to check out.
Okay.
Make sure you check it out. And Lorton, Virginia is definitely a place to check out in Northern Virginia if you're looking for Virginia.
Shout out to Lorton.
Okay, let's get back into the question.
Who's got a question? Who's got a question?
What we got here?
What's your question? We'll answer your question.
Oh, here's one of your favorites.
Joseph Brooks. Joseph Brooks also is a
Don't be
person
telling people. Don't be telling. Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
I was just saying he comes to the Tech Tuesday as well.
Okay, gotcha.
Just
Tech Tuesday.
Shouting out my man.
Joseph Brooks.
Shout out, Joe.
All right.
It's Northern Virginia area kid friendly. The one thing that I want to avoid when I move is having bored children.
You will not have bored children
Bruh.
in the DMV. Let me tell you.
Bruh.
It is amazing. just when we drive around our neighborhood, and we
Uh-huh.
live in an older person kind of neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
But if we go like outside of our neighborhood a little bit, there's the parks here are so cool.
Yep.
Just the parks near your neighborhood.
Mhm.
There's a park not too far from our neighborhood
Yeah, there's parks everywhere.
that has a water thing in it. You know,
Uh-huh.
the thing that the kids play in the water.
Mhm,
The
mhm.
the stuff in that park is so cool.
Yep.
Sometimes I sit there and I eat a sandwich. There's a sandwich place in that neighborhood. It's called Lion Park.
Mhm.
Is the name of the community,
Mhm.
and they have their park. I guess it's Lion Park, the name of the park that I sit outside of. But there's a restaurant in not too far walking distance from that area that I like to get sandwiches from. And sometimes I'll go get a sandwich in park and just watch the kids play.
Yep.
And it's called Lion Park. Little pockets like that throughout the area. The people that live in this area are very aware
Oh yeah.
that you need outdoor spaces.
Absolutely.
So we see kids all the time
Yep.
in these outdoor spaces.
Yeah, and we've done some video content on that, Joe. If you want to check that out, like when we went to the
Yards Park,
we went to Yards Park and the
Yeah.
kids were playing all over the fountain.
Franklin Park.
When we went to watch the airplanes go up and down, right?
Oh
Landing,
yeah.
lo-
What's that called?
Gravely Point.
Graverly Point.
So dope, right? Lots of kids out there, and there's so many free activities.
So many free activities for your kids.
for families and children in the area too, right? Aside from all the plethora of the museums, I mean the parks are everywhere, the carnivals are everywhere,
Yeah.
and always something to do. So
And-
wherever you live, whether it's DC, Maryland, or Virginia, you're gonna be fine.
And another thing I noticed about living in this area is that kids are out there. Like when we were growing up, we would just be gone. We would just get on our bikes and just be gone. Kids do that around here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very interesting.
Uh-huh.
I look up and I see kids by themselves, and it's because of scooters.
Yep.
Scooters are available everywhere. There's
Uh-huh.
scooter shops everywhere. A lot of people have their own personal scooters. We're thinking about getting our own personal scooters
Bikes,
and bikes. I think I want both. I haven't
regular
decided.
bikes,
Yeah.
electric bikes, traditional bikes.
This is common
racing
here.
bikes.
So get your kid a bike,
Off-road
get your kid a scooter, and tell them bye. Here's the phone, and they can get into some stuff and feel safe.
Yep.
So that's the other thing we like about Northern Virginia.
But
Libby,
the same
good
in
morning,
DC too.
Libby. Good. Oh yeah, DC much more so.
Yeah.
Good morning, Libby.
What's
Welcome
up,
to
Libby?
the show. Welcome to the show, Bama Realist. Tracy, you make a great Potomac. Girl, they wouldn't
they're not
be
ready.
able to handle me.
They're not
I'm
ready.
so sorry.
They're not
I
ready.
watch it to watch and see where they go out to eat. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one of those women that
Oh, here we go.
watches Housewives, and I've thought about having a housewife show just to talk about these ladies. But they are some of my favorites. I don't like the other ones as much. I do like the Beverly Hills ladies because they dress to the nine. Like
Okay.
I would never dress how they dress,
Okay.
but they dress to the nines.
Okay.
That's why I like the Beverly Hills
Why wouldn't
ladies,
you-
and
why
I
you
love
wouldn't-
their jewelry. Like when they hold up their hands, I'm like, oh, look at that ring. Oh, look at that. That's why I like them.
Okay, but why wouldn't you dress like them though?
That's not me.
Okay.
I'm not a labels person.
Okay.
I'm the type of person that if I wear stuff like that, you're not gonna know my sweater is $800.
So are you saying?
I'm just not.
So
that.
you saying from a casual perspective or from
No. From a labels perspective,
right.
Like I wear labels that don't have it plastered all over it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's me.
That's all.
So that's what I say. Not dressed like them.
Right.
And
Okay.
then the Housewives of Potomac. What I like about them is they're kind of regular.
Yep.
That's what I like about them.
Yep.
And people get into what Giselle's house looks like and all that stuff. I don't care. Her house is nice. She owns her house,
Yep.
which a lot of people don't own their house. We don't own our house. So they would get on me about that. Oh, you live in this big giant house. It's like, so what? You not paying the rent? Why are you worrying about it?
Shout out to Giselle.
Oh, your mama live in the basement. You know, I could just see it. I could go to town with them. I'm not even worried. But yeah, they're fun. They're fun.
Shout out to the Housewives of Potomac.
Let's see. C- is most accurate for the night. Like, thank you for that, Bama Realist. Thank you so much.
Bama Realist
We
supporting the
need
data.
to know. We need to know because we don't go out at night. We kind of shut down at 9, but there are other people out here who'd like to know.
Bama Realist supporting
Right?
the data.
Exactly.
Appreciate you.
Exactly. Hi, Logan.
What's up, Logan? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
He laughing at He laughing
He's
at
laughing
Care.
at Care. Yeah. This is and Bama. There you go, y'all. Y'all want to know about Lorton, Bama Realist? I do. I've been here for 10 years.
Okay.
Yes. Any good food spots in DC? Are there any good?
I think the
Oh
question,
my
Logan, is
gosh.
are there any bad spots?
Where have we been lately?
Have we had no. What I'm saying is, to Logan's question, have we been anywhere in DC where we ate the food and we were like, that was bad?
No. We went to La Vie, which is a popular brunch spot in DC.
On the waterfront.
I didn't take any pictures, guys.
That's all right.
We're going to go there and do a little thing so you guys can see. This is one of those popular brunch spots in DC. It's on the wharf.
Okay.
I'd have to say it's one of my favorites now.
Uh-huh.
It is a beautiful it is a beautiful room, I guess.
Yeah, so I think what Trace is articulating is that sometimes you go places, you go like, this whole place is like an Instagram moment.
Yeah.
It's like that. The finishes and the way that they did the space, right? You got lots of things to catch your eye. Beautiful chandeliers.
Yeah.
The palette is very fresh and bright. The views of the water.
Look at this, y'all. Look at this.
The views of the water, the food is a whole separate.
So tell them about our brunch, how the brunch worked.
Yeah, so the last time that Trace and I went to this place was maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Right? And so when
my brother's in town.
Right. So post Panorama, I mean, now you go in there and it's like, okay, so how is this brunch thing going to work? Because they used to have everything laid out on the tables. But they don't do things like that these days, right? Because of the Panorama.
Right.
So essentially now, when we went in, we had the brunch menu, and essentially what they did was they brought it out in courses. It's like, hey, everything here you see, this is what we bringing. Like, we bringing you the whole menu. We just gonna bring it to the table.
It was like, what?
So it was like, okay, wait. So we're gonna have like a full course of appetizers.
Yep.
A full course of like the meat dishes. A full course of pancakes and waffles and crepes and whatever else they brought out, right? And so like it was really cool. And so the atmosphere, the service, the views, the vibe of the room.
This is the wharf. It's gorgeous. It looks exactly like this.
Yeah, so beyond the windows,
they have little cabanas you can go out on. Yeah. We giving them a little free thing, but whatever. So they have dinner, they have brunch. The brunch I thought was very I thought the brunch was very fulfilling, I guess you could say. It was worth it. I think we paid $54 per person, but literally they showed you the menu and they brought you everything on the menu.
Yeah, it was.
We were like, what? Dope. I couldn't eat the rest of the day.
It was full all day.
And then they have bottomless mimosas. Bottomless mimosas are. We did not do bottomless mimosas.
So it was like another $35.
It was like $39 each.
Yep.
So we did not do, but I had Bloody Mary. You had some type of flower drink, and my brother had a chocolate martini.
Yep.
And it was amazing. So I will be going back to La Vie. And I usually don't visit those spots because they're very kind of touristy. Yeah. But I thought it was excellent. Another great restaurant is...
This section of the show was not sponsored by La Vie.
No, it was not. But you're welcome to. The food here is just top notch. Now, what I do recommend is when you're looking to go out somewhere, where do we go with our friends? We go to Jack Rose. We go to Jack Rose. Whiskey Bar. Oh, we got to show you guys this one.
Uh-oh.
Jack Rose.
But back to Logan's question, any good food spots in DC? I think the moral of the story is, Logan, is that there are very few bad spots, and I have not run across any of them over the last year. And so it really becomes just like a preference of the type of food you like, the atmosphere you're looking for, whether you're trying to do something fancy or whether you're just looking for like some good food, like, cash and carry, as we used to say back in the day. So the point is, the food is dope all over the DMV.
Yes, it is. This is Jack Rose whiskey. Right now, they have 2,687 bottles of whiskey on the wall.
And this is top-notch whiskey.
This is top-notch. This is not your just regular. Look at this, y'all. This is how you walk in. You're like, oh, my. This picture does not do it justice at all.
Yeah, it's a lot of whiskey.
And the food is good. The service is excellent. We always go on the terrace. We don't eat inside. So they have an outdoor upstairs rooftop. Rooftop bars are a big thing here.
Rooftops as well as like curbside, right? A lot of restaurants have added that during the Panorama because of different health concerns around eating indoors, and so lots of places have outdoor seating available now, which makes you feel a bit more comfortable.
But you will never run out of good food spots. Now,
No.
for the lesser expensive stop, we like what's the chicken place I like to eat at? There's Oohs and Ahs. There's Oohs and Ahs. It's a soul food restaurant on Georgia Avenue. It's excellent. There is the Roman Rooster. Roman Rooster is it puts
it's roaming
rooster.
Yeah.
Puts the Popeye's chicken sandwich to shame. There's always a line coming out. They've got locations in Bethesda. They've got locations on U Street. They've got locations in they started off as a food truck, and it is black owned. It started off as a food truck, and it is now it has several locations.
Shout out to Roman Roosters.
Shout out to Roman Roosters. But just a lot of good food spots here. You will not run out of food. You will not.
Truth.
Bama Realists, yes, A+ for the education here has made all worth it for us these past years. And yes, they still do a lot of park and rides, so that's really, really good.
Yeah. So to the Bama Realists' point, right? A lot of times, if you have children, you have young children, you have to deal with these educational scenarios. It's really good to be able to find neighborhoods and areas to live where the public schools are excellent, right? Because that way you can be locked in on, making sure that you're taking care of your household and those kinds of things, and it frees up cash to be able to do other things to supplement the public education. And so I'm really glad that you were able to have that experience.
And if you're enjoying anything here, guys, hit that like button. Hit the like button. That helps the algorithm push us out so that others can find our show. So keep that in mind. Hit the like button if you haven't. It's free. We're not asking you for anything. As some people say, hit that like button.
Oh
all right,
gosh.
so the next story I wanted to talk about was how 25% of the downtown office workers are not back. Okay, I'm not sure what to make of this.
Okay.
I think when I go downtown, I feel like it doesn't feel desolate to me, but it does feel very different than it used to be.
Definitely not pre-panorama levels in terms of activity, traffic. You see people,
right?
You see people moving around, but it definitely is a different vibe.
It's a little easier to get around. You can get into restaurants during the day more. The different little shops and coffee bars and places like that, they said they're holding on though. I think they're really being supported by the city.
Yeah.
And so they're really, really holding on. But just to let you guys know, they're really, really trying to adapt. They're trying to get there. It's just not there yet.
And I think people that live in the cities have also made these adjustments, right? Well, they'll come in, they'll grab something, and they'll go away. They'll go back, or they are using these kind of home delivery services. And so activity is still happening, commerce is still happening, but in terms of like physical presence of people, it definitely is different. So it definitely causes an adjustment to be made.
And then the other story I wanted to bring y'all was this one. Let me get to it.
What, we were talking about tickets?
You want to talk about the tickets? Okay, we can talk about the tickets.
Talk about the tickets.
Go ahead and give me your ticket thing, baby.
Look, let me tell you. When I was living in North Carolina with Queen Tracy, and I would have various reasons to be in D.C., right? Sometimes it was work-related. Sometimes it was coming to check on the girls. Sometimes it was coming for some type of Howard University event. But I found myself in D.C. fairly frequently. And so I got a ticket one day in the mail. I'm like, ain't no police officer stop me. I don't drive like that. I
was like,
crazy.
baby, this is a ticket.
When I was in my late teens and early 20s, I drove like a nut.
Yeah.
And I had the tickets to prove that.
Yeah.
But since then, I have been a very good driver. I mean, I can count the tickets I've got.
But it's a big deal here. They have a lot of camera tickets here.
So when you're in the district proper, you'll see signs that'll say photo enforced. So, and like a lot of times in the past, 10 years ago, you see a sign like that, you was like, oh, they just trying to play games. They want you to slow down.
No, they're not.
In D.C., when you see that sign, you best understand.
I think we got a ticket the other day, as a matter of fact. We were driving along, we're showing my brother around town, and the guy in front of us was speeding. And I think Heath was like keeping up with him. I don't know what was going on, but I saw it go click, click. on the guy, and then it click again. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna check it and see if we got a ticket this week.
We on Ticket Watch.
But what's
we're watching the mailbox.
What's cool about this story is Virginia and Maryland, who surround D.C., rebuffed D.C.'s request to force drivers to pay traffic camera tickets.
Okay, so basically what they're saying is that you have people that live in Virginia,
right?
You have people that live in Maryland,
yep,
that are in and out of D.C. all the time, right? And so sometimes in certain quadrants of the city, people who are local sort of learn where these cameras are.
Yep.
Another pro tip that I've shared here before is that when you are in an area, I lost what I was going to say.
Okay.
I think, but I think the point is that there are places all over the city where you can get a ticket. Oh, the pro tip was one of the reasons that Tracy and I continue to use like our phones and GPS or Waze or your Apple Maps or whatever. It tells you there is a camera light ahead.
Yep.
There is a camera over here. Please watch your speed. Please slow. Look, that is a pro tip. So like even if you've been here for a long time or kind of like what's going on, they're adding these cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And so you will get a ticket in the mail if you're a certain amount of miles per hour over the speed limit. So
there's no reciprocity.
So the point is what DC has asked of Virginia and Maryland is hold these people's driver's license renewals up. Don't let them renew if they have outstanding unpaid tickets in DC. And so Virginia's like,
and Maryland, they're like, no, we're not doing that.
I think that'll cause us too much consternation,
That's
too much
problem.
administrative situations. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not amenable to that.
And let me tell y'all something. I call it the K Street Tunnel. If you are on K Street and you come up on a tunnel, put your brakes on. DC collected over $1 billion. $1 billion in 2000. Yes, it was.
That was over one.
No, it was $1 billion.
No, I don't think
it was $1 billion.
I don't think
I'm gonna find an article.
Okay, yeah, you look for that.
Don't worry.
But in
it
this
was $1
article,
billion they collected on this one camera because people would go through the tunnel. Oh, I'm in the tunnel. I can speed.
Okay, but
no,
pull
can't.
up the data on this. I wanted to let people know what the data was on this.
Oh, you want me to share again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's some data in that article that talks about the percentage of what Marylanders owe and the percentage of what Virginians
Okay,
owe.
here it is, right here.
Yeah. So you can see 13 million red light and speed camera tickets a year. Wait. 1.3 million. I'm sorry. So they're giving out 1.3 million tickets, not $1 million. 1.3 million tickets. Maryland has had 1.1 million outstanding.
No, that's outstanding. That's not the tickets that were paid, y'all. Y'all see where I'm getting my $1 billion number from?
Yeah, I see it, baby.
Okay,
right. Because
that's outstanding.
What they're saying is that it's $240 million worth of fines that they have not collected from Marylanders, and from Virginians. There's 670,000 tickets that are worth about $133 million that have not been collected. And people that live in D.C. are also getting these tickets, of course. 354,000 outstanding tickets for people that live in D.C., and those are worth $64 million.
That's crazy. They not.
So D.C. trying to get the bag, and they trying to get Virginia and Maryland to help them enforce so that they can get the bag.
It's a no for me.
And they're like, hey, man, can we do some reciprocity here? We'll do this for y'all.
No.
If you got red cameras in Northern Virginia.
We'll collect our own money. Just be aware, when you have a car here, you will get a ticket for something. So just have a ticket fund.
So at the end of the article, it said that the DC is hopeful.
Oh, wait, we got a super chat.
DC. Oh, Russell. Thank you,
Russell.
Thank you, Russell.
Thank you, Russell.
We put in the work. We put in the work for y'all. We wanted to be an entertaining, informative show. We definitely trying to bring the infotainment game to y'all.
Okay.
We
So back to
appreciate you, Russell.
Okay, so are we done talking about this? Because it's making my stomach hurt.
Let me finish my last sentence.
I think we got a ticket, baby. You making me feel. Oh.
At the end of the article, it said, "Well, they are getting ready to elect a new governor in Virginia."
Oh no!
So they were like, maybe the conversation will be different.
So yeah, we got a Virginia governor's race going on.
So
it's
funny.
ugly.
So
Youngkin and McCullough, Terry McCullough, he used to be governor. He's trying to be governor again.
Yeah.
But we basically got a Trumpster running against, a regular kind of Democratic dude. It's gonna be interesting. But okay, we got another question here. What about the weather, specifically snow? Is it bad to relocate during the winter months? I haven't driven in snow much.
Okay, so
no, it's not bad.
So reality doll, the snow is not bad here. No, if you live anywhere like on the East Coast in the Southeast, if you've ever lived in Atlanta or the Carolinas, or if you have family there, or if you've been there, the weather pattern is very similar.
Yeah.
In DC, you have to go a little farther north to really begin to get like snow.
Yeah.
So you'll notice a difference in temperature where it'll be a bit lower here, like 5 or 6 degrees, something like that. 5 to 10 degree swings.
Right.
So if it's 50 in North Carolina for the low, it'd probably be 42 for the low here, something like that.
Right, exactly.
But as relates to snow events, I mean, if you get a couple of dustings, 3 or 4 dustings a year, that's fairly normal, right? So when I'm saying dusting, I'm talking about a half an inch.
It does stay wet during the winter, though.
Mm-hmm.
It does stay wet here during the winter.
Yeah.
But it doesn't turn to snow often.
But you don't get snow.
I think it snowed once last year.
I don't even
but when
remember.
it snows bad,
no,
it snows bad. But they shut everything down. It's one of those kind of places.
It's similar to the South, right? Where
we
have
are
a little
South,
more.
Baby. This is South.
It's similar to the Deep South, where you don't have a ton of equipment for
don't have a lot
deep snow and that kind of thing. Right, they have salt trucks and they prepare the roads and that kind of thing. But when it snows here, it shuts down just like it would in Atlanta or Charlotte or Raleigh or whatever.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Libby says she's an off-label person. She's a label person when it's 60% off. I know that's right.
Look.
Can't do it. I just can't do it.
Find the deals.
You know where there are a lot of good clothes, y'all? Etsy. Men and women. If you want something unique and you want something that still looks really good and high end, Etsy has some great stuff. My daughter has found some beautiful things from ThreadUp. I know that's with another thing we shouldn't be getting. But anyway, there's some good place to get some cool clothes.
Shout out to the
all
Etsy
right.
people out here.
Reality doll, Karen, who you written her house. Oh, there she is. And for the same reasons we are. Her kids are gone or whatever. Yeah. And child, who knows? And they exactly. I'm hungry now. Yes. I was just thinking about that when we were talking about that look. I was like, where are we going to go eat now? So, good morning, Crop 919. Welcome to the show. 919.
Crop.
Yes, the museums are back open. We've been to a few. Did we post those?
I don't know,
think
baby.
we posted those.
Yeah, we've been to several museums over the last few months. The museums are back open. They're dope. They're beautiful. And one of the things that caught me by surprise was that a lot of the museums have gardens attached to them.
Heath is a flower person.
Like,
just going to the mall, guys, the flowers and the way it's just beautiful.
Plants,
it's
the plant
beautiful.
Material, the species, it is amazing.
And they mark them all. They take really good care of them.
Tell you what they are, what the species is. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Exactly. Oh, thank you, Reality Doll. Thank you. I told you, girl, I got my sleep. I got my sleep last night. I got my sleep.
Sleep game strong.
Yeah. Logan says, would you say Virginia is more scenic than Maryland?
And do you enjoy the winter season out there?
So I wouldn't say that.
So Tracy is there's several components to Logan's question.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to do the second part of the question first. The winter, Queen Tracy, you have to understand, is from the subtropical 305, right?
Yeah,
West Palm Beach, North Palm Beach, Miami crew. So Tracy's annual words when winter hits is that winter is so unnecessary.
I don't know what else to say.
Tracy's like, we don't have winter like this where I'm from.
It's so unnecessary.
But of course, she hadn't lived there since she was 18, right?
No.
So it's just like, baby, it's winter everywhere else in North America.
I can't stand it. I can't. Y'all, when I'm grown, I will be having a house in Florida. But a little condo overlooking the ocean. That's going to be me in the winter months. I will be a snowbird in it. And we used to hate snowbirds. I'm going to be a snowbird.
You going to be a snowbird?
Yeah, I'm going to be a snowbird.
Wow. So can you put Logan's question back up there? But the other point I wanted to make, Logan, was that winter here, you only get like hardcore winter like from January to March. Like January and February is like cold. It's winter. It's like you don't want to go nowhere. It's like it's freezing. But outside of that, it's very palatable.
60 days. So
it's very palatable.
Virginia more scenic than Maryland. I would say Virginia is more scenic than Maryland because we have Great Falls. We have Great Falls Park. We have the mountains. Our kids go hiking in the mountains all the time. There are pastures in Maryland. Let's say. Oh, I take that back. Chesapeake Bay, Virginia. You went out to Chesapeake Bay last week.
I did.
This is another great thing to do in the DMV. Baby, tell them about your fishing trip.
Yeah. So.
Do you have any pictures? Do we have any pictures? Go ahead. Talk about your trip, and I'll look for some pictures.
Yeah. There might be a couple on my Facebook page.
On your Facebook page? I'll look. Okay.
But yeah, I think the reason that we're struggling with the question, Logan, is that because both areas are so magnificent in terms of scenery. But of course, in different ways, right? So with respect to Maryland, you've kind of got like the local area, the local parts of Maryland that are local to DC. But then of course, as you go east in Maryland, you've got the beautiful Chesapeake Bay and all of that it offers. And then as you go further out, right, you have all of these inlets, and then you also get to the Atlantic coast, right? And so around here they refer to it as the Eastern Shore. And so actually one of our neighbors has a little place out on the Eastern Shore, right?
Who has one?
My man that lives behind us right here. He used to work for World Bank.
Oh, y'all, I'm not logged into Facebook.
That's all good, man. He used to work for World Bank, but he's retired now. But yeah, and so there are lots of beautiful parts of Maryland, and then to the point that Tracy was making about Virginia, right? You've got the mountains.
You post so much. I don't post as much. I can't find your pictures.
You got the mountains, and you've got when the leaves start changing, right? Some of these scenic parkways, wine country, lots of cool places. As Tracy's point, our kids like they'll go hiking. When they go hiking, they go to
Virginia.
They go to Virginia. And so so we've been to a lot of cool places and beautiful countryside, horse country.
When I find them, I'll post
all
them, guys.
all kind of cool
But
things.
tell them about your trip to Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, so it was my first time fishing since I was probably 8 years old. Right, the last time I went fishing, I had a stick and a string, and I was like sitting on the bank of a creek.
This was different, though.
Fayette County, Georgia, with my godparents. But
Is this eating your page?
My buddy invited me.
Y'all, I'm sorry,
So
I
we
did
do a
not know
thing.
my husband posted this much on Facebook.
We do a thing.
Oh my God!
We do a thing on.
Look at this picture. I'm sorry. So anyway, they do Bison on the Bay. I'll do it. I'll do the show. They do Bison on the Bay. Bison on the Bay is annual with Heath and his friends now. They were going without him before because we didn't live here.
Just a handful of
It's just a handful of guys.
But apparently
Where
it's
are
going
the
to be growing.
pictures, though, baby?
Apparently it's going to be growing.
It's going to be growing? They got a chartered boat,
Yeah,
I made him a lunch, and they went out to the bay.
Yep.
Yeah, and send it to the computer so I can show everybody. But the bay is gorgeous, y'all. It is gorgeous. So there are parts of Maryland that are beautiful. That's what we were talking about. There are parts of Maryland that are beautiful. Let's see. What's the next question? Did I have another story I wanted to tell everybody?
Here are all my pictures right here. See.
Okay, well, I can't do it like that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So
okay, we'll post them on the Facebook page on the Heath and Tracy Know the DMV.
Y'all check out Heath and Tracy Know the DMV if you want to see some pictures from my exclusive Bison on the Bay fishing trip on the Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. I couldn't believe it, but no, I don't want to go. But I think to answer your question, Logan, no, I don't enjoy the winter season. It's only 60 days though, and Virginia is definitely more scenic than Maryland.
Maybe.
And
depending on what you like.
Depends on what you like.
There you go.
Stacy says,
hey, Stacey.
Tracy, do it. Totally will watch a show, talks about housewives and the Bachelor T-Shay. Ooh. I might have to do it.
I'll do it with you, baby.
I don't know.
You invited yourself to my show. I can't be on your show. What's going on right now?
Okay.
I don't have to be a regular. I can just be an occasional if I want to weigh in on some Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, we
Bachelor
do watch
franchise.
Bachelor in Paradise, and we do.
I know
The
about the
Bachelor
Bachelor.
is coming up. We just watch reality shows.
I know about the Bachelor.
Yeah, okay.
But you're a little more deep in the Housewives game than I am.
I just like watching them.
Hey, but shout out to the Housewives.
Okay, and then Bama Realist. Most neighborhoods are good about the snow removal for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have to get out, it's just not that bad. That is very, very true. They do work on the residential streets.
You got to get up.
They're
get
very
out,
good
get
about
something.
that. They're very good about that. Reality Doll says, I spent almost 2 weeks in the winter in the DMV.
Okay.
And it started to snow.
Okay.
It was wet.
Yep.
I was underdressed and almost froze. I had to go shopping. So that is true. If you are moving here, get your thermals, get your gloves, get your hats,
Socks.
get your boots.
Socks.
I stay in boots in the winter.
Socks.
I hate socks. But
Not
I
in the
do
winter.
wear them in the winter.
You sure do.
I'm a Florida girl. We don't wear socks. If you want to open a sock store, do not open one in Florida.
That's another pro tip in terms of, I think Jasmine touched on that when we had Jasmine on the show, right? Because her perspective is, especially if you don't have a car and you're living in the DMV, because weather can feel extreme when you're always outside, when you're always out in the elements. So in the summer, it gets super hot and muggy. And in the winter, it gets super cold and wet.
It does.
Right? And so, you know, if you're on the train, you're taking Ubers and Lyfts and those kinds of things, just understand that you want to make sure that you're prepared and dressed and layered for the weather.
Right. So the next one I want to talk about, guys, is, I just closed it.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, let's talk about, we'll do that one next week. I just closed it. I mean to.
Okay.
Let's talk about.
You could reopen it, baby.
No, I don't want to do that.
You could, though.
I don't want to.
Okay.
We're getting another area code. That's what I was going to talk about.
Oh,
We're getting another area code in DC.
All right, we
it's
can talk
going
about
to.
that
We can
next
just
week.
talk
We can
about
talk about that
Yeah,
next
we're
week.
talking about that.
All right.
So DC is ranked.
There's a new list that just came out.
Oh my
Where
gosh.
they ranked all of the cities in the world. And I've seen DC on this list before. But this is
they're
pretty cool,
they're
right?
moving up.
But this is pretty cool, right?
They're
when
moving
When
up.
you talk about the great cities of the world, of the entire planet Earth, Washington, D.C. is ranked number 22.
Number 22 out of all the cities in the world.
America's intriguing capital city has the world's attention, and it's working to keep it.
It was highlighted for prosperity
Uh-huh.
and promotion.
Look.
Right.
Look. It's almost like they've been watching Heath and Tracy. They've been watching Design Your Life with Heath and Tracy and moving to the DMV game.
So bestcities.org ranked the cities. And let me click here.
The world's best 100 cities, right?
And
so we're talking about like London, Paris,
Yep.
New York, Tokyo. I mean, we're talking about the best cities in the world.
And
Like,
in the United States, it's number 6.
Number
So
6.
behind New York, LA, Chicago, San Francisco, and Vegas.
right.
How we behind Vegas?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with that.
I disagree with that one.
Yeah, I think we should be 5.
Yeah, we should definitely be 5. And San Francisco, I'm sorry, y'all.
You've been to San Francisco. You've been to San Francisco.
San Francisco is not what it's cracked up to be.
Oh, wow.
It's just not.
Oh, wow.
Chicago's now. I think
Chicago's
Chicago
beautiful.
should be ahead of LA.
Chicago's beautiful.
Chicago's beautiful, and then LA.
LA is LA.
I like New York too. Maybe I'm just an East Coast person.
Yeah, I think you might have a little East Coast bias, baby.
The annual rankings are based on various factors such as the quality of the restaurants
Hey,
and the
now.
museums. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Look,
whoop.
that's what we
I'm
just telling
sorry.
our man, right?
The museums here are bomb. I
Yep.
don't know how anybody beats our museums
Yep.
anywhere.
Mhm.
Anywhere. The restaurants here are creeping up.
Yep.
They are creeping up.
Mhm.
The number of global 500 companies,
Look,
not national,
Mhm.
global
right.
500 companies.
Let me double click on that for a second. So
Okay.
when you understand Washington D.C. and the power seat of the world,
Yep.
and how important it is to have a presence in Washington. Not only do you have the plethora of diplomats here because of all of the international embassies that are also here, it makes sense that you would have commensurate to that, you would have global leaders
Right.
who are here, right?
Yeah.
Because all of their interests are being impacted by what's happening in Washington, D.C. So, I mean, it's very normal. It's very normal for that.
The other thing it's ranked on is the number of direct flight connections.
Mhm.
You got 3 airports here.
3
guys.
international airports.
You got Dulles,
Virginia.
which is in Northern Virginia.
Yep.
You've got
BWI,
BWI, which is in
Maryland.
Maryland. And then you have DCA, which is in DC, Reagan National.
Yep.
They all fly international flights.
Yep.
If you can't, when you search for flights out of here, you search all 3 airports because it's just that close.
You can get there.
And you can get wherever you're going. You can get the cheapest flight. You can,
Wherever you're going in the world.
any airline, literally any airline you want to fly, flies out of the DMV.
Yep.
And then the other thing is user-generated reviews and online activity on channels such as Google, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yep.
Okay, a total of 24 factors were used in the rankings. The report said D.C. was the most Googled U.S. city in the world in the past year. I wonder why.
A lot of stuff going on in D.C.
Yes. The top global cities are on the list are London, Paris, New York, Moscow, and Dubai. Dubai is just a tourist trap.
It's all good, baby.
In an earlier annual report released in June's America's 100 Best Cities, D.C. ranked number 7. That report said the city was 7th most checked in location on Facebook.
Yep.
It also ranked D.C. number 4 in its tourism promotion category and number 17 for restaurants. So we in the mix.
DMV, y'all.
We in the mix.
Yeah, so this was talking specifically about D.C., but of course, you know, when we're talking about D.C., really you're talking about the DMV. So there you go.
Any more questions for you guys? Boy, we went over a little bit on today's show. We're in rare form.
Ain't no over.
Oh, no,
We
it's
go
not.
as long as we need to go.
What's reality all talking about? Says Tracy, we are here. We are in the South. Yes, we are in the South, y'all. I don't
Yes.
care what you say.
Right.
Recently, a YouTuber in D.C. said D.C. and Maryland were not the South. That is not true. They don't know their geography.
It's okay, baby.
Okay, they distance themselves from the South. Look now, I am a Southern girl through and through.
Oh my
I will
gosh.
live in the South to the day I die. The South is the bomb. The South is what we are as a country as a whole. If you think about it, this country started in the South. And people want to talk about the differences and the tribal. I'm not going to get into that. The tribal things that are going on in our country today. And the South is cool. I'm sorry. Now, I don't count Texas as the South.
No,
Just
it's the
so you
Southwest.
know.
It's the Southwest.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's the Southwest. So, you know, let's see what else we got. What you talking about, reality dog? Tracy and Heath, please do a segment on Ready to Love. Oh, it is in D.C. It is. It starts on the 18th, too. I think this season just started. It starts on the, I think it starts on the 18th. I do like that show, y'all. I'm a reality TV person, if you can't tell.
Me and Tommy would chop it up.
That show is a trip. It is in D.C. It is in D.C. Ready to Love is an African-American dating show hosted by nephew Tommy, Steve Hardy. It's good. It to me, what I like about Ready to Love. Now, let me stop talking about it. You right. I'm going to have to get another show. Okay. Logan says, what about D.C. women? Okay, should I leave the room?
What about D.C.
You
women?
going to tell Logan about D.C. women?
Wow. So I got two of them. Two single ones in my house.
3, 4. There are 2 single women that we live with.
3 single women, actually.
You talking about my 75-year-old mom?
Hey, she's single?
She's single. She's single.
She might not be ready to mingle, but she's single. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a plethora of women. They're educated. They know what they want. They know what they're doing. They'll go on dates with you. They everywhere. So if you're looking for a woman, you in the right spot.
Okay, come on. Heath don't know nothing
What's
about
wrong with that?
Let me tell you something. The women in D.C. are classy.
What was wrong with that?
We need to bring my brother in here to tell you. They are not like the women in Atlanta. Oh, was that bad?
Yeah,
I shouldn't have said that.
You cracked up my whole time.
Okay, I'm sorry. When I go to Atlanta, the women scare me. I was staying at a very nice hotel a couple years ago, y'all.
Look.
And I'm standing there. You know, you standing there, you waiting in the lobby, and the elevator doors open, and this woman on the elevator scared me. She had so much weave, so much makeup. She was 10 feet tall in her heels. All her boobs were hanging out.
Okay.
She's scared. She didn't look real.
Okay.
She looked like a cartoon character.
Well, you know, they're doing a lot of movies and reality
It was too
shows
much,
in
y'all.
Atlanta
It was too
now.
much. They put on all this makeup
It's
to look like they're on
movies,
TV all the
it's
time.
TV.
It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
So Atlanta, the women in DC don't look like that. They look very normal. I feel like I fit in DC. We're very normal looking.
Yes.
We don't have a lot of Okay, this is the difference. The women in DC have plastic surgery on their faces.
Okay.
They don't have it on their bodies like they do on their faces. They do stuff to their bodies. They work out. They work out a lot here.
Yeah.
The women here are very healthy. They work out a lot here. But the plastic surgery that you'll see is on their faces. This is women of the lighter persuasion and black women.
Okay.
Black women will get a lip injection in DC. Okay. They will get the little cheek things. They'll get all that stuff done here in DC.
All right.
They will. The hair looks more natural. I don't see as many wigs in DC. Let me finish. I'm talking. You had your chance. I don't see as many wigs in DC. I see more weaves, braids, more like natural looking hairstyles.
All right.
My brother and I were talking. He's single. He lives in Atlanta. He said the women here look more original. He said they don't all look alike.
Okay.
He said it's a different vibe with the women here. He said the women don't look desperate.
Okay.
He said in Atlanta, he said the women are going out looking for someone to pay for their experience out that night. He said the women in DC are more like, I came here to party with my friends. If you want to buy me a drink, that's fine.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what I got for the women.
So I was just asking, do you think that's what Logan was asking? Do you think?
I don't know.
Do you think you got to the heart of the matter?
Is that was that the answer to your question, Logan? About the DC women?
I just want to be clear.
DC women are beautiful.
I just want to make sure.
I love
Logan's
DC
question.
women. Okay. Where to live in Northern Virginia? Hey, we have to do a show together. Another great show. I love your vibe. You all have inspired us to start a weekly show. Keep up the great work. Let's do a collab.
All right.
I'd love for you to come on the show. We can do a collab, most definitely. Reach out to us at info@heathandtracy.com. Is that what I want? No, I'm sorry, not info. Hello. Hello. HELLO @heathandtracy.com. And we'll talk. Okay, Logan.
Hello.
Ooh,
Who sang that song?
Logan said, "Don't be disrespectful, Auntie Tracy." Texas is the heart of the South. It is not. It is not the heart of the South.
Yes, I would disagree with that.
We sorry, Logan. We love you, baby, but that's a no. All right, let's. Oh Lord! Oh no, Atlanta Angel. I'm so sorry I said that about Atlanta. What you saying here? What you reading?
I'm from Atlanta too.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. I'm from Atlanta, and I notice the men here always ask, "Where are you from?"
Oh, you know why? Because you don't look like the rest of them. You probably look very beautiful normally. So they're like, "Oh, she's not from here."
Yeah.
They look, because you look like you're visiting. That's what I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you, the women in Atlanta, the booties and everything else, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
It's a bit much. And when you're naturally beautiful in Atlanta, they're like, "Oh, you're not from here. Where you from?" That's what that is.
I think that also could be that's just how they start conversation. If they see someone they're attracted to,
you would know.
They see someone they're attracted to, right? They want to.
But see, if she lives there,
she says, "I'm from Atlanta, and I notice
the
men here always ask, where are you from?" Upon initial meeting.
Wait. Oh, she said she moved here. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so she's saying here the men ask where you're from.
No, that's not what she said.
No, she's saying she lives here.
Okay. Put it back up.
And the men, okay.
Put it back up. Let me see.
She's saying she lives in D.C.
She says,
she's from Atlanta.
Okay, let me read it. It says, "I'm from Atlanta, and I notice the men here
in D.C."
Well, how do you get
she
D.C. as
lives
the
here.
inference? How do we know?
Look.
Atlanta Angel. I wasn't mad, Tracy, because Atlanta is a sideshow, and that's why I moved here. Okay. Okay, I got it. See, I didn't have the context of the second
Yeah,
comment.
no, it works. So yes, you are right. The men here have it's a different type of conversation.
Yes.
And they are very careful about how they approach beautiful women.
Completely agree.
So you are correct.
Yes.
You are correct. All right, Crayon Apple.
What's up, Crayon Apple?
Where do people in the DMV typically buy their property? All over.
Wherever they want.
Wherever they want.
Wherever your money takes you.
Yeah, if you got a lot of coins, you're gonna be inside the Beltway. If you don't have as many coins, you're gonna go way, way out.
I think the other part of that question, Crayon Apple, is that what Tracy and I try to do here on the show on Design Your Life is understand what's important to you, where you need to be, where do you need to go, like where are you working? Are you working out of the house? Are you an entrepreneur, do you have to go to an office, right? And
Are you buying it for an investment?
Right. So we want to make sure that people are designing their lives to maximize.
Oh wait, I got the wrong thing up. Sorry, y'all.
To do all of those things.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Let's see what else. Logan says, yes, Steph, I like the part about them being classy and highly educated, plus the natural beauty. My vibe.
Okay, Logan, you winning then.
This is going to be your town.
You winning,
This is going to be your town. Yes, that is it, 100%. My brother was very surprised when he came here. He was like, wow, this is different.
Yep.
This is different. Because where he is in Atlanta, he's used to that look.
Yeah.
You know, that look. And that look is not here.
It's a different space.
It's not here. It's a different space.
Yep.
And the women here dress creatively different. They're very original looking. That's the word he used. And he's into fashion, so he really enjoyed it.
All right, cool.
And Atlanta Angel says, yes, I've been in Northern Virginia for. So Nova in the house.
Okay, Atlanta Angel.
3 years.
Shout to
3
Atlanta
years.
Angel 84.
Born and raised in the DMV area. What do you mean? Where do we buy our property? Yeah, expound on that. Expound on that, Cran Apple.
Okay, yeah.
What about the single men in DC? Is
Okay.
there a good high value selection there? He gives me such a. That's a low vibe right there. Reality.
We keep the vibes high. We keep the vibes high. But yes, to that point, you know, there are lots of high value men here, and with respect to education level, entrepreneurship, you know, people have jobs, they're government contracting, they own businesses,
Yes.
they work for some of these global corporations, they're in politics,
A lot of
they're
tech bros.
They're in tech, they're in lots of these different spaces, and so of course, yes, actually, absolutely.
So
Because to live here in general, right, you have to be elevated already just because of what's required to live here.
exactly.
And then you know, certainly, and if those men are single, and you know, there you go.
So my
They here.
daughters would tell you they have no problem getting a date.
Dates.
Men here have the money to date. They go to very nice places to date.
Mm-hmm.
I think just like most cities in the world, they have a lot to choose from.
Yep.
They have a lot to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I do notice here pleasantly is that I see young men getting married.
Yep.
And I see young men committing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the chances of doing that here are good
Yep.
if your mindset is right. It all depends on you.
Yep.
I think that the men here in DC, they have a lot of nice looking men here.
Mm-hmm.
They dress really well.
Yep.
And they make good money.
There you go.
So the pool is here. They are out and about in effect.
Yep.
And you have a lot of fun here. And, you know, hopefully you can find your future partner. That would be fun.
Boom.
Let's see. Welcome to the new. There are places for every budget in the area. You can go to Maryland. You can go a few miles in the hood. Yep, that's right. You can go
All of that.
everywhere. So, Cran Apple says, I was looking at properties near DC, and boy, was it oh, yeah. Texas is like the cheapest property almost. So, Texas's laws and the way Texas's taxes are and everything, the taxes that you pay in Texas are higher
Yep.
than the taxes you pay in the DMV. I will tell you that, number one. Yes, everything here is going to cost more. Your taxes will be less, but it's a different vibe.
Yep.
It's just a different vibe. Like our house in Texas would be like $800,000, something like that. Something, you know, maybe not even 800,000, maybe $800,000.
Depends on
Let's
the
just say
neighborhood.
depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's totally different. It's totally different as far as that. You can't compare region to region and city to city. If you are going to move here, you have to look at what is my income going to be like.
Right.
Is your income going to be higher? Yes, your income is going to be higher than it is in Texas. So that's one thing you want to keep up with. So if you want to buy something to live in here, think about the other things first.
Yep.
Think about your commute. Think about where your friends live. Think about the things you want to do. Figure out what's there. There's going to be something there you can afford. The
Yep.
other thing that we recommend, and we say this all the time, is rent. Rent for at least a year first before actually purchasing in the area.
There you go.
Okay, Kevin is entertaining. That's a very good word. That's a very good, and that's what people don't realize. It is and it's entertainment.
Right.
And the fact that they take him seriously boggles my mind. Boggles. I'd love to have a conversation with him. No.
Oh,
Okay.
he's related to one of Jasmine's
Yeah,
friends,
I
right?
know. That's how I found him. She said, "Let me come show you so-and-so cousin." I was like, "Who is this dude?" So anyway, let's see. Just wasn't sure where people typically settle down at their forever homes. Ooh, do people do forever homes anymore?
I think mentally people go into property purchasing thinking that it's their forever place, but you know, life changes, things in life happen.
Yeah.
But I think the point is that Tracy was spot on earlier, Cran Apple, is that you have to do what makes sense for you, and you want to be specific about your moves, right?
Yes.
And so I think that might be a scenario where the game actually is chess.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be chess.
You're making moves that are setting yourself up for success in your life, and so you want to be very mindful about the moves you make. So I think if you dissect what Tracy was saying is that, hey, you want to be in the area. You come to the area, you're gonna find income that's gonna be elevated over what you would have in Texas. So now, how does that apply to this area, right? And so where do you need to be where that makes sense for your budget and you can still live and explore and do the things that you enjoy, and then you set yourself up for your next move, right? So you rent the first place, you get to know the area, you explore what the places look like in terms of purchasing, you see the range of offerings, and then you go from there.
Yeah. Looking the lesser expensive places to live are going to be further out. Fredericksburg, Fredericksburg in Maryland and in Virginia. You can go far out.
Frederick, Maryland, Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Fredericksburg, Virginia, Frederick, Maryland. No, is that right?
Yeah. But there's
places all over
the area
that you can find that are going to be better. Clinton, Maryland is a good place.
Yeah.
If you go Baltimore, check Baltimore. Baltimore, you're going to find probably what you're looking for. Look at the suburbs of Baltimore toward the city. Lanham, Maryland. We talked about Lanham, Maryland a couple weeks ago. My cousin lives in Maryland. Very, very nice area. Yeah. The new fancy smanshy houses, they're going to be $600,000 here. At least. At least. So that's what you want to keep in mind. Okay. Welcome to the Now. I love that you both have this channel. So many hidden gems in the DMV area. It has a lot of layers. Yes, it does.
Lots of layers.
Love this comment. Love this comment. A lot of people purchase homes in Prince William County. Yes, they do. Yep. Yes, they do. And then someone else said, I love this community. Thank you for helping, Cran Apple guys. Love this. It depends. I know a lot of people from here go down south because their money can stretch a little further. It is expensive here, but it depends on your budget.
Correct.
And guys, stop buying houses. Just stop moving to places just to buy a house. It really diminishes your life if you don't like the area. Or if you're just moving an area to have a house. Think about where you want to live and how you want to design your life. What do you want to do in your life? Do you want to be near the water? Do you find a smaller house, you know? Do you want to be near museums? Do you want to be near fine restaurants and things like that?
Yeah.
Look at designing your life around that more so than I just want a big house.
I had a wealthy person tell me one time, live where you want, invest where it makes sense.
That's right. That's right. Logan, one last comment here. I got to start checking out Joyfully Married.
Yes, you do.
And we are going to start. What are we thinking? See, the thing with Monday nights is we like to watch football. So Monday night doesn't work.
Joyfully Married after on your favorite audio podcast platform.
No, we're going to do live. We're going to do Joyfully Married live, okay, to cut down on my bandwidth.
Yeah.
So we're going to start doing Joyfully Married live. Maybe we'll do it Sunday nights.
Maybe.
Give us a comment. When would you like to see us record Joyfully Married After podcasts live? We're looking at Sunday nights, Monday nights, and then it could be maybe Friday nights. I don't know about Friday nights. No.
Wednesday, maybe.
Maybe Wednesday.
No, I think a lot of things about Sunday that make sense, baby.
Okay. Well, give us a comment. Let us know. And what we got here? Oh gosh, what did? Yeah, why? We not done. We're trying to keep the vibes high. We're trying to keep the vibes high. So, we're going to go ahead and move along here, guys. We're going to skip Design Your Life today. We went a little bit over. We love that you're spending your time with us. We don't want to overextend right now. We are going to add another show, Joyfully Married After, coming up here soon. And put in the comments when you think would be a good time. Nice, long evening show, and we're looking forward to that. We're going to start recording those again. We love that you joined us today, and we just want to say we'll see you next Saturday. Don't forget Heath Tech Tuesday on Tuesday nights. Okay, and
remember, y'all, wherever you go, don't just move there.
Design your life there.
Love y'all.
Here forever, think of me for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people. This is city I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. Oh, you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoned, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this. Try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion and it's mine. Circumstances, still we don't